All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to be putting some hexes on our opponents with Scarlet Witch. I guess technically we're playing Seasons, so we're going to call this one Seasons of the Witch. All right, so starting at the top, we do have our package of mana because it's very important working with the spells we have. The trick to this deck is you need to have spells. You get a cool effect when you get the cost reduction, but they still need to be castable. So we're playing some Landfall Elves, no surprise, and Badger Mole Cub because mana, right? Spider Manifestation because we do have a lot of things that are going to cost more than 4. And then Scarlet Witch. If you don't know what she is, she's a 2/3 instant sorceries we cast that cost 4 or more get reduced by the size of her power. And we're going to have ways to make her power larger, so we're going to be playing a lot of stuff very cheaply. We do have Witchstalker Frenzy. Not necessarily the best card, but we'll see how it works out. We have a couple of Leatherhead to help with really just any artifacts. Not that many enchantments these days. We do have 3 Ouroboros, but then we get into Nova Hellkite. This will pick off some early opposing mana creatures. It does come over the top and help in those situations where the ground's gummed up. It's just kind of a way we can spend some of this extra mana and still do well even if we don't have Scarlet Witch. Now we get into Seasons of the Bold. This is a cool one because we can actually get the discount, generate a bunch of treasure, and then try to play the next thing. Or just get ourselves access to extra cards, or in a turn where we're already going to do something big, deal damage to our opponent's creatures. Germination Practicum. This obviously just makes all of our creatures big. We love this, right? It works with Ouroboros, it works with Scarlet Witch, making stuff even cheaper. Michelangelo's Technique. This is a way we can find a Scarlet Witch if we want to, or maybe a dragon, or whatever else, right? This is a cool option, and if we get to play it cheaply, all the better. Season of Gathering. This lets us get rid of artifacts and enchantments. It can also let us just put counters on creatures, but also let us draw cards, so we can find more things to kind of keep that whole chain going once we're going. And then we also have Improvisation Capstone. I don't know what the hell that was, but this is obviously good. If we can get to play this for, 4 mana, 5 mana, great. It's probably going to be pretty fantastic. So yeah, this should be a lot of fun. But before we get into it, got to remind you, if you're going to be buying any Magic cards, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. And you want to do that because you can save 5% if you use my code DRAGON, which is just DRAGN, and that applies to anything you buy on the website. So go save some money, support the channel, and we can make more weird, crazy decks like this one. But anyway, let's go hop in and see if it's truly the Season of the Witch. Can't keep this. This is the downside. You can get hands where you draw all of the 3, 4, 5 mana stuff, and that kind of sucks. This is one though where if, big if, our Landfall Elf and Scarlet Witch live, we could start just going off. Turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Witch. Question is, what do we keep? I guess it has to be the lands, right? So I guess the Hellkite's got to go. That's actually kind of a tough choice. Wish that was our opening 7. I mean, obviously, we wish it was our opening 7. Oh, we could have got rid of an opposing Landfall Elf. It could have been exciting. All right. Now, if we were to get a cheap spell, I mean, we could make Scarlet Witch for... Ooh, if we find Michelangelo's Technique... Oh, that would have been huge there. Dang it. Now I wish I would have put some lands back. But all right. I mean, opponent has 2 1/1s. Okay, I guess we're attacking. Oh, and the opponent's already given up. That's pretty wild, though. A turn 3 Germination Practicum, and now everything we get was going to cost pennies on the dollar. Like, anything we ripped that got more cards or anything else was just going to be crazy. So we didn't get to see it in action, but we got to see kind of the best case scenario on turn 3. This is a little dicey because we have 2 of the training compounds, but it might be okay. We'll see. All right. We're not going to get to do the things we want, are we? This is going to be very sad. But we still got to try. This is a hand that we desperately needed to be on the play to take advantage of this. But the opponent doesn't appear to have... Wait. Oh, yeah, they don't have anything because they're not attacking with the Momos, so sure, whatever. All right. That worked, I guess. So now we have a question. Are we going to play the Ouroboros Man, playing Scarlet Witch would be so dope here, but no, I think we go Ouroboros. Because we get 2 blockers and slow the opponent down. And then next turn, we could Scarlet Witch. She'll get counters. Then we could maybe cast one of these. So that's kind of dope, right? So we go Scarlet Witch. Try to get counters. Which we do. I don't want to risk the Ouroboros, I don't think. So we're going to go no attacks. And then we're just going to play Germination Practicum. Yeah, sure. You got dudes. And then we're going to try to go off next turn. Oh, and we got another season. Oh, boy. We get to do some things, y'all. Things are happening. Let's tap this for a green. Because we'll get to... Oh, wait. Actually, no. Undo that. Let's tap for a red. All right. Okay. All right. How do we want to sequence this? Because we have a lot of stuff to go down. So let's start by... Draw cards? So we're going to draw cards, and we're going to put counters on things, I guess. This is so gross. Scarlet Witch is such a dumb magic card. Yeah, we didn't even get to do all the things. All right, just for entertainment purposes, what we were going to attempt to do was play this first Seasons of the Bold, getting a red mana, tapping this dude on tap, because you still have a floating red, right? So then we just get a bunch of treasure. So then we play the second Season of the Bold, and then as we play stuff, because this is next turn whenever you cast a spell, yeah. So then we just play stuff for the sake of playing it, like Hellkite, pick off something, we deal 2 damage to something, and then we're just attacking for 1,000,000. So yeah, crazy situation, but hey, Scarlet Witch doing the thing. Okay, looks like we're keeping. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Scarlet Witch is just a fun magic card. You can do some wild stuff with that thing. Can we find another Badger Mole on top, or a Llanowar Elf, or Spider Manifestation? Any of those would be good. Deck says don't care. You will not be getting those things on this day, friend. Sure. Should I attack? Nah. Let's make them deal with our creatures the hard way. Because if they were to block and then get rid of Badger Mole, we wouldn't be able to play anything next turn. Sure. My ETBs don't do anything. Congrats, I guess. I guess it does turn this off, right? Because it's when it enters. That's cool. Good to know. Guess we're attacking. I mean, if you have something, you have something. All right, well, that's all that took. Okay, we're going to mulligan because we got all the expensive spells and no ramp. This is not good. This is pretty bad. Yeah, that's kind of the best we can do under the circumstances. This is a rough go, y'all. This might just be a loss. Because we're not even... Assuming Badger Mole dies, we're not even going to have access to green mana. So we kind of need Badger Mole to live. Okay, that's a start. That's a pretty big deal, actually. Turn that on. I mean, I guess we attack for some damage. I mean, we're not attacking with the Badger Mole, obviously. Ooh, we could technique, though, depending on what they do. All right, Shelter. That's going to slow our mana down, so that's pretty important. One attacks with the Maria Hill. So that means we actually can't do what we wanted to do. That's disappointing. I would like to, but we can't. I mean, we could just Michelangelo's technique straight up. Nah, we're not going to do that. All right, no attacks. Hopefully not another shelter. Looks like it is, though. Yeah. Disappointing. That was kind of our one shot. Okay, they're getting rid of Ouroboros. Good stuff. You have another shelter? Oh, all right, Feather Flight. All right, well, we got to find a chump blocker then, or we're just dead next turn. I mean, we did not draw well, so... risk we took. Could play a dragon and block, but I'm going to just go for bigger and hope we hit something. Well, we could get a dragon and a Llanowar Elf. All right, that's something. I mean, that's not trash. I mean, we're probably still dead, but, you know. Though now we could get, what is it, the green season? And then get rid of all the enchantments? So we have stuff we can draw. I mean, opponent's going to have a bajillion life, but, you know, that's just a problem for future us. All right. That is not it. So that's unfortunate. What can we do? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Sadly, we need 9, because I need to be able to play a Hellkite and Leatherhead so that we could start getting those enchantments off. So I guess this is all we can do. Which is whatever. I mean, I'm going to decline, obviously. All right, still looking for our season, I think is what we're going to be aiming for here. No attacks. Yeah, we're kind of in season or no mode, I think. And even then, we're still going to be close to dying. All right. Come on, deck. Ugh. Maybe I'm just asking for too much. All right. I mean, do we need to get rid of Captain America? I'm only going to generate 4 mana. We have to decline, sadly. This is more important. All right. And there's still lots of ways we lose, since they have 2 flyers, but we just have to see. All right, Origin of Vendors. I have not been a big fan of that card. I played recently a Boros Heroes deck, and I tried it out in a couple of early versions and ended up cutting it. It just didn't get the job done. I mean, we're blocking, obviously. All right, come on, deck. If we can find the season, we're in it. We did nothing of the sort, and now we lose. That's sad. All right, I mean, what else are we going to do? We pretty much just drew mana sources when it mattered. I mean, yeah, that dies. We have to remove something. Yeah, remove a counter. The thing that's making you fly, I guess. Like, what else are we gonna do? And the turn? I mean, we still died to a bajillion things. So it's pretty sad. All right, cool. You got it. Yeah, we just didn't draw anything there. That could have been a winner, though. We are probably not supposed to keep this. We're going to do it anyway. We have a fair amount of 2 mana things we could draw to. So this isn't the worst, but it's not the best by any stretch. Come on, 2 mana duders. Nope. but you're not the worst, I suppose. Rest in peace. Good thing we don't care about that. Ouroboros. Put counters, attack for 2. And opponent gives up. Okay, then. We're not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And if this Badger Mole die... Actually, if either of our creatures die early, we're kind of cooked. But, you know, we're going to risk it for the biscuit and all that. Usually when you see Authority of the Consuls and a blue-white land, we're in for a long game. Oh, no. Is this Synthesizer? If so, this is interesting, right? Because if we can actually stick Scarlet Witch and land one of our what's it called? The Green Season, we could actually be okay. So there's some interesting options here. Wait, why can I not? Oh, because that doesn't produce red yet. Oh no. I should have played the Stomping Ground. Wait, why doesn't... Hold on. Oh, because my creature was tapped. Never mind. Never mind. I was thinking I had 3 mana. I didn't have 3 mana. Ignore anything I was saying out loud. Those are crazy thoughts. 3. We just don't have enough to do what we want to do. So here's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to go with Leatherhead. And not attack, just in case they're playing split up. They don't get everything. And then if they like Day of Judgment, then like so be it. It's whatever. Alright, good. We can get rid of Repurposing Bay. And keep them from doing anything crazy here. Alright, so can we do this, and then Practicum costs 3? Hope I didn't do my math wrong here. Yep, we did it right. Because I want to be able to remove a +1/+1 counter. And get rid of the Repurposing Bay so they can't easily get a Synthesizer. Scarlet Witch and a Practicum on the same turn's kind of crazy. Yep. Feels weird to look at a hand with Llanowar Elf and Badger Mole Cub and be like, nah, this hand's pretty pedestrian. Like, we're in a wild place with this deck. I would love to find a Spider Manifestation, because that unlocks a lot of stuff the following turn. Let's see if we can find one. Ooh, a Scarlet Witch, though? Alright, we'll try. I mean, we get to Michelangelo's technique on the cheap. Could also, if we get a red land, though, we could also just... Improvisation? Oh, no, we'd be short still. That's nice, though. No, we can't. We got a Badger Mole, right? Yeah, this just unlocks too much. We kind of have to do this. I don't really want to, but it makes sense to. Alright, no attacks. Because even now, next turn, if we get the right land, we could Practicum into some Insanity, and that could be a lot of fun. Alright, opponent attacks. We're not blocking. Get on in there. You earned it. So now, I don't even know if we can Improvisation Capstone. We might need to... Alright, if we Practicum, we'd have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana to work with. 2 of it red, 1 of it green. All right, well, we're going to do this no matter what. And then... still only 3. Just trying to think, is there a way we could get more out of this? I think we might have to just... Michelangelo's technique. Just to get extra bodies in the way. Leatherhead and Dragon? Oh, we can't do that. That costs too much. Llanowar Elf and Dragon? Sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we target. And we just don't have quite enough. Well, maybe I should have gambled on the capstone. But we'll see. I mean, 2 things are going to get through here. Because we're just not going to block everything. Oh, Innkeeper's Talent. Alright, so they tap down a creature. So that makes... While it will be a lot, it makes this attack a little less scary. I mean, I'd double block an Ouroboros. And risk it for the biscuit. Alright, so now do we take 7? Or do we want 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to work with? I say we just take the 7. Because crazy as it is, there are worlds where we could attack over the top for max value. So while this seems insane, there are other options that could work. Let's start with our 2 mana improvisation capstone. Okay, so we get to cast all these? Alright, so let's stack the Practicum first, then the Manifestation, then the Llanowar Elf. Alright, then we'll play another Dragon. Full price. Oh, we can't. We'd be short, so we can only do half-price dragons. Alright, so we can attack for 8. I'm just trying to think of what's the best attack that forces the opponent to do something. But right now, I think it's just attack for 8. I mean, I could attack for 8 with Badger Mole, but then I'm just trading for a Badger Mole, most likely. So I think we just have the 1 attacker. That puts them to 12. And then unless they have something on their side, we just attack for lethal anyway next turn. Actually, could we have done it there? They block, block, block. Oh, we would have had lethal there. I could have attacked with... Oh, no, that Llanowar Elf isn't. Yeah, it would have been Xaxes, though. We could have still attacked with everything. It would have been exact damage. So yeah, that was a little dumb. I should have attacked with everything. I could have even made another flyer and made it easy. Oh well, they've got currently 5 attackers, possibly 6 to our 2, 4, 6, 7 blockers. All we have to keep is, I don't know, really even just Badger Mole, probably. I mean, bare minimum, you put counters on the stuff and attack with Tyvar and the Sentinel. But if they end up with anything tapped, then we just win. So, let's see what they've got. They might have some fight spells or something. Epic Fight could be fun. Though they don't have any Tramplers currently. They could pump everything with Tyvar, but again, with no Tramplers, we just jump block. So unless they have an instant speed spell to give something trample here, I think we're okay. Which, hey, if they have Overprotect and get us, that's my fault for not attacking all out last turn. Okay. Yeah, I should have just taken a second longer, like I said, because if they'd have blocked up, I'm assuming you just block 1, 2, 3. They only had 3 blockers. So then this other 7 and 5 would have been exactly 12. Or I could have gotten another flyer in there. That would have been another 4 in the air. Like, there were some ways we could have put it together, but didn't have to worry about it, fortunately. Mulligan, since we're on the draw? I would have liked another mana creature. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. How are we going to get out of this? Especially if they go Badger Mole into something else. Well, that's probably the most safe thing that could have happened for us that turn. But with them getting white mana, I guess that means they also have some way to make a way to remove something. Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, no blocks. So what are our plays here? If we Badger Mole, play a land, we get to untap. We get rid of a Llanowar Elf. Does that even matter? I don't think it does. I think we're just going to try to high roll. And just say, hey, I hope we draw something good. Otherwise, we're dead. We might still be dead anyway, but I mean, we put back the season, unfortunately. All right, well, there's an erode. That's a thing that happened. Another Ice Still Explorer. All right, so something's going to have a lot of counters in trampling, unfortunately. Man, if we'd have kept that season, it would have been clutch here, stopping the trample damage, but oh well. I mean, things are what they are. We probably have to get, like, our improvisation capstone or something here. Yeah, we get one shot at it. I don't even know what we could get that's going to matter. Because we're going to take 11? No, we take 9. Because they can fetch and whatever. Kind of surprised they didn't. I would have done it. Well, we didn't draw anything anyway, so we're just dead. Because they can just pump everything, attack. We don't have blockers. Yeah, that was a bad hand. Bad hand. You know what? We got double Scarlet Witch. Let's try it. I mean, we have to draw into all of our goods, but, you know, whatever. We'll see if it happens. Badger Mole Cub, do you live? The answer appears to be no. That's okay. You were just a ruse anyway. Who we really wanted is right here. Love to see that. No! Don't love to see that. Oh, yep. That's the card we wanted. Okay, we do get Season of the Gathering, though. What do we want to do with this? We can put counters on stuff and draw cards. So let's put 2 counters on Scarlet Witch and draw cards. So we put counter, counter, draw 4, and no attacks. Now we're kind of loaded. We need a second red mana, though. But now if they destroy Scarlet Witch, we just rebuild the next turn. All right, getting in there. We take 3. You have another Thoughtstalker Warlock or whatever? Oh, I most definitely will sacrifice a creature. All right. Let's go land into Badger Mole Cub. Into this guy. All right, no attacks. Hopefully we can find a red land and really start setting up next turn. Because getting rid of a Dream Beaver would be great. Yep, you got it. We take 4+? Nope, just 4. Practicum ain't bad, though. But if we're going to do it, let's do this first. And then target the Dream Beaver. then we're going to practice and put counters on everybody that then get bigger because of the Ouroboros. And everybody's lethal, right? So opponent has to block everything. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that's the other fun thing too. If you get in with a big Hellkite like that, everything on the ground your opponent now has to deal with, which is kind of crazy. But think about it, we did that without even being able to really cast the majority of our hand. We just got a Scarlet Witch, and she just unlocked stuff for us to do. Kind of crazy. Oh, this is an easy mulligan. Oh, this is exciting, actually. I'm going to put back one. Oh, wait, we don't have green mana. Oh, that's bad. We need to top deck an untapped green source. Oh, this has potential to be very, very bad. Yep. I should have mulliganed. Oh, this is gonna suck. Yep. Because if I were them, I'd make sure I just have a removal equipment. Which is what I would go get. Unless they already have one. Yep, that's exactly what you should get. Alright, well, we'll play the one thing we can play. Knowing that it's not going to survive, sadly. This at least takes 3 to equip, so that's nice. But we're kind of hoping that we get an untapped land, then we go Elf, Badger Mole, and then maybe unlock some stuff the following turn. What did they leave mana up for? Oh, well, of course. Why not? That makes a lot of sense. Okay, we take our 2. We go... actually... What if we go Badger Mole here and just be more efficient with our mana? And then they kind of have to pick and choose what to destroy. Yeah, not having that green source early was rough. That was a real rough decision for us. Skateboard, you get to tap something. All right. Let's go Scarlet Witch. Llanowar Elf. No attacks. All right, here's hoping Scarlet Witch lives. I don't think she will, but here's hoping for the best. Zac Fair does protect a creature. But right now, it doesn't look like they have anything. That's good. Yeah, we'll take the 2, because we actually... What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll take it one time. Maybe famous last words or whatever, but we'll see. You're going to move the skateboard? Kind of surprised we didn't do that pre-combat. But maybe they were just debating we might block and it'd just be a waste of mana. Oh boy. All right. Well, here we go, team. Practicum. Oh, come on. That's how fast things turn around, right? We went to 9. We were going to practicum, get to untap everything. Then we're only going to have a 2 mana? No, it should be 4. So this would be a 3 mana thing. So we would have to tap creatures. But we still end up with 3 untapped creatures. They're all 3 and 4 power. And we get whatever we get off the improvisation capstone. Likely not losing after that. And these both go off each turn. Like, Scarlet Witch is a nutty card, man. Here's hoping. Like, we're gonna go for it. See if, just maybe some things go our way. Llanowar Elf, Scarlet Witch, and then just see what happens. Assuming we get to hold on to the Llanowar Elf. That's a big if in current standard. Okay, we passed the first step. Need a second red mana, though. I mean, if I were them, I'm getting rid of Scarlet Witch. Oh, whoa. You're not. Huh. All right, cool. I guess, like, what else were we supposed to do? All right, so Season of the Bold. We could get 1, 2, 3, 4. But then we can't do anything else. I think we just do this. And just say, opponent, you're going to have to find a way to deal with all this. Don't know what your plan is. But that doesn't feel like it's quite good enough. Even though getting extra cards and treasure would be quite good there. Let's start with this. Oh, yes. We will destroy all the enchantments. We will put counters on things. And just still wouldn't have enough to draw cards. So maybe we don't care about destroying their enchantment. Let's scratch that. Let's just put counters, draw cards. That seems correct. Counter, counter. Okay, well, I kind of sort of just drew Season of the Witch, so I guess that works. All right. This kind of went exceptionally well, considering we're playing against a black deck. But again, discard deck that's not doing a whole lot of anything. Sure, I'll discard 2 cards. Whatever, man. Discard decks still aren't cutting it in Standard, y'all. I need one of y'all to hop into the Discord, and if you got one, I will feature it in a heartbeat. Yep, that's all she wrote. Well, that was a load of fun. We just did some crazy stuff with this deck. Let me say this, though. It's possible that when you're playing, you're almost always incentivized to play a mana creature before playing Scarlet Witch if you think your opponent has removal, right? Just put them in a situation where if they're going to use removal, it gets something that's lesser value. The only time I would really run Scarlet Witch out first is if you know you have a big play set up next turn. Like, for example, if you're playing against a bunch of, like an artifact-heavy deck, and you already have the Season of the Gathering in hand, right? So you're like, okay, I'll get Scarlet Witch, I'll get rid of all their stuff, and, you know. So it's worth the upside to do it. As an example, if you're playing against Synthesizer, and you're like, okay, I'm going to play my Scarlet Witch, then the next turn I'm going to try to get rid of everything. That would be an example. But generally, you want to set up so you have a big play later. But yeah, this was fun. The only downside is, like, Witchtalker Frenzy really didn't do much in this game. I think we even only drew it one time, and I don't even think we cast it. Other time we drew it, I think we mulliganed it away. So that's a little tough. And the deck does have the issue of sometimes you're going to draw a lot of the heavy side, right? So you need to be aware of that. And I did swap a couple of lands out, so we only have 2 training compounds now, because I wanted to make sure we have actual color mana that we could do stuff with. But this thing was a blast. Like, Scarlet Witch, bonkers when it goes off. And you don't even need it to go off big, right? If you get either of the seasons or improvisation capstone or whatever going, that's usually it, right? You just get a bunch of extra cards, and now you're just playing a bunch of things, and it just doesn't matter. I think, though, if you wanted to get really crazy, we could consider Raphael's technique. Do I not even have one of those? That's funny. I guess I never opened one. Yeah, but Raphael's technique, right? Where you can sneak and play it, or each player may discard their hand and draw 7 cards. So if we could use this as another way to kind of like, hey, we got Scarlet Witch, we get the discount, let's load our hand and see what could happen. So I'm going to put a couple of those in place of Witchtalker Frenzy. And we're going to just make this list the one that everybody has. Now, again, there's a lot of ways that this could go badly. So maybe you want other removal. And I think that's totally reasonable too. If you're not sure what else to play, or you're missing some of these cards, because there's several mythics and rares in here. If you're missing some of these, putting in a couple of removal that just goes straight to the face, like lightning strikes or whatever, are probably going to be fine, because you can also get rid of opposing badger moles and whatnot. The interesting thing, though, is when our opponents got badger moles and Ouroboros, we were just like, all right, well, we'll just get more creatures or bigger creatures, or we'll get our dragons that fly. and that was enough. So I don't know. Maybe that's the way we're going. But yeah, this was a blast to play. I just put up that video about the single card strategies on Scarlet Witch, and we used a lot of them here, right? Lana Werelf and the Scarlet Witch. We used it to take advantage of the seasons and the practicums. So, you know, even Raphael's technique or Michelangelo's technique worked out. But yeah, if you want to play Scarlet Witch, this is the way to do it. I'm going to put this link up over on Moxfield. Y'all have a blast with this. This was so much fun. But that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.